Hey, what's up, everyone? Back with another episode of OTS. This is Bryant in our new segment On the Side. We're having some quick and abbreviated conversations of some really cool business hacks, solutions, wisdom, and cool things that we've learned along the way in this 25-year career of owning, operating, developing, and growing restaurants. And today we are talking specifically about growth. One of my biggest challenges in this industry is maintaining the soul of a brand as it grows. We start off with all the right reasons and all the right product and people and philosophy, and we end up compromising because we make really bad decisions. We call this the business butterfly effect. We make these little decisions early in order to solve a complex problem in a really simple and fast way, and those issues end up coming back to bite us big time. And so one of the most critical things that I could share with you is a concept called product logic, or product rationalization as an industry term. As a chef and as somebody who really believes in the art of my craft and of producing amazing food to complement an amazing experience for the guest, one of the hardest challenges when you grow is being responsible and accountable to the scalability of amazing product. And so I'd like to introduce you to a way to shift your thinking, to preserve the integrity of the product for the entire journey of your growth. And if you've seen my logo, you know on one side I have a whisk, on the other side I have a knife. That's very intentional. There is an element of uniqueness that we can maintain with one, and one that doesn't really have the impact as much as we'd like it to on the other. Yet I see it all the time. I see concepts that as they grow and scale, they source out some of their unique methodology in the way that they make their products, and what they don't source out is chopping your own fruits and vegetables and produce, even meats. And here's why I would encourage you to abandon that. As we continue on this race to 15 throughout the country to bring up the minimum wage to 15, most of us already know that as that goes across the front of the house, into the back of the house guys with the experience that we're already making that are going to continue to make more. So why not shift their productivity in a way that has an impact? When you look at knives, they're dangerous. They have a skill set. And yes, trust me, growing up in this industry, this is one of my favorite things as knife skills. And I love being able to do some fun stuff. But there's consistency issues with a knife. There are yield issues when you're chopping your own fruits and vegetables and produce and meats. This is a mechanical process. It's a process that can be done by a machine, and it should not compromise the integrity of the product. Now, there are further fabricated items that have been manipulated. I'm not recommending you use those items, but there are tons and tons of produce companies that will cut to spec with really unique machinery. And at the end of the day, this does not provide a unique point of difference for you. Your consumers or your guests are not going to be able to tell, in most cases, if it was cut by a human or if it was cut by a machine. The machine wins on the efficiency, the productivity, the accuracy, the yield, and the overall labor cost. So for that reason, I say put the knife down. There's also potential impact in lowering your insurance costs when you're taking a very dangerous item out of people's hands. You might even be able to negotiate with your insurance company to get a reduction in your rate. Now, in contrast, if we look at the whisk, a whisk is a lot safer. You're not going to get hurt with the whisk, but mixing your own ingredients, your unique ratios and products together to make a unique flavor that not everybody else can replicate, that creates a unique point of difference. That allows you to embellish and create a catalog of unique signature flavors. And this is one of those things that your guests can absolutely tell was done by a human versus a machine, or in some big production level vat with tons of stabilizers and additives and preservatives. It's also more profitable. When you take products at a raw level and you mix them together according to your schedule, the outcome cost is going to be less than if you were to farm that out to some big producer and have them do it for you. The other thing we ask you to consider is the opportunity to shift the labor tide. I'm not recommending that you keep chopping all your produce and then add all of this production level prep to making your own sauces and dressings. Quite the opposite. I'm saying when you get rid of the knife and you stop producing or chopping a large part of your produce prep or other chopped prep, and you supplement that labor savings or that time that's now available and instead put in its place products that you can make individually on your own from raw ingredients to create those unique flavors. That is a better impact relative to time spent. So it's not an addition of labor, it's a shift of labor. So that's pretty much it. That's my concept of the whisk and the knife. I hope that resonates with you a little bit. If you like this OTS segment, please do subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. Have a great one.